Many thanks to me for sponsoring this week's video. So I am packing things up, loading up the van, headed out west to the Smoky Mountain National Park for the Out of Smokies Landscape Photography Conference, which I'm super excited about. And, you know, I try and make these kind of videos. This would be the 2022 edition of kind of like a what's in my camera bag type of a video. Try not to do these too terribly often, but I personally do find them interesting. But this one's a little bit different because every what's in my camera bag video I've ever made since I've had this channel, so I guess I've had, maybe this might be the third or this would be the fourth one, I'm always flying somewhere. So this one's a little bit different because I'm taking the van. I live within about a maybe a 6-hour drive of the Smoky Mountains National Park, so a pretty short drive over there. So I'm bringing much more stuff, many more items on this than I would flying. So I figured that this would make a much more, not much more, but a more interesting edition of this video, because there's a lot of things that I'm bringing in the van that I normally wouldn't bring on a plane just because I don't have enough space. I don't know if anybody's noticed either, but I got a lot of flack on my my video last week about my unkept appearance. But so I did get a haircut. Hopefully I'm looking a little bit more put together. But in my defense, that was the video last week. It was very, very early. It's not nearly as early now. It's almost 8:30 in the morning. I think the video last week was shot like around 6:30 a.m. and I went to bed very late that night. So nevertheless, not making excuses, but hopefully I look a little bit more put together today. So I'm going to run through real quickly. I don't want this video to drag on too long. Some of the things that I'm bringing on the trip with me that I think might be beneficial if you happen to be planning your next landscape photography trip. Let me pull some stuff out of this bottom drawer. This is where I keep a lot of photography related things. I got these cool little accessory bags, these socks, these water shoes, and this pouch. The rest of the stuff in here, I put GoPro accessories in there. There's a tool bag, a vacuum cleaner, electrical outlets, ice scraper, little lamp, things like that. Here is just food, coffee, things like that. This drawer here is just kind of cooking stuff, nothing super exciting. All right, so if you never used these NRS boundary socks, now that it's spring, these are very, very important in my opinion. I'll definitely be photographing moving water, cold moving water, because it is spring, it is the Smokies. So these NRS boundary socks are absolutely fantastic. Keep your feet very warm, and I shouldn't say very warm. They keep your feet warm when you're standing in very cold water, and they'll of course keep your feet dry. And then I pair them with these, they're pretty cheap. They're just Speedo. I got them from Walmart. I think these were $10 a pair. You just basically slip these on the bottom just to give yourself a rubber sole, so when you're stepping on rocks and things, you don't tear your boundary socks. Because boundary socks, they're not cheap. I think they're $80 a pair, but I've had mine for probably 5 years now and no issues, so they will last a while. I mentioned this in a video not too long ago, but this is just a little accessory pouch from f-stop. I use this to put all of my charging items in here. Actually, anything related to my computer goes in here. So backup drives, battery chargers for my Fuji cameras, dongles, you know, SD card storage. This one is from SanDisk. Actually got this not too long ago. Not sure if that's in focus or not, but this is pretty cool. Nothing crazy, 1 terabyte, but it's very small. It seems pretty rugged as well, so I wanted something kind of small to take on trips with me as opposed to bringing a larger backup drive. But just cables, things of that nature. I keep everything in this little orange pouch, so I know if I need anything related to power or anything related to my computer, grab the orange pouch and I am good to go. This is also another little accessory pouch from f-stop. This is for my drone. So if you follow me on Instagram, you probably know that I purchased a drone maybe a month ago, about a month ago, specifically for my Utah Badlands trip, which I was pretty excited about because I honestly haven't flown a drone in quite a long time. But I got the new Mavic 3, which is really cool. It's creates beautiful images and it handles really well. I don't have a large frame of reference when it comes to drones. I'm definitely not a very proficient drone photographer, nor am I a very proficient drone flyer, but nevertheless, I had a good time flying this one. And it was pretty cool to be able to create different images and get to locations that I typically would not have been able to get to with a camera. So I was pretty excited about that, but everything related to my drone is in this this pouch here. So if I need anything related to it, I grab the olive green pouch and I'm good to go. I do want to mention something real quick. I did not plan to wear this Smoky Mountain t-shirt. I realized that I probably look like the guy that is wearing the t-shirt of the band that he's going to see in concert, which is never a cool thing. I just literally grabbed the first shirt in my drawer and this was it. And I looked at myself in the mirror. I'm like, what are the odds of that? It's going to look pretty ridiculous, but nevertheless, I went with it. So those are really some of the just kind of the little like bits and bobs, the small accessories. I've got my GoPro up there. Well, let me grab to show you this real quick. I keep a lot of these kind of random other things right up here. Let me pull this down. Hopefully nothing will fall out. So GoPro Hero, what is this? 9? Yep, GoPro Hero 9 Black, which works great. And these are just other various little GoPro mounts. This is a little wireless speaker setup right here, but nothing incredibly photography related other than the GoPro, of course. Now, as far as the actual camera bag is concerned, I just want to show you exactly how I have it all set up right now, and then I will show you everything that is in here. But this is the way I have it all set up, jam-packed full of all kinds of fun photography goodness. Let me put this on the table real quick. Well, there's not room on the table here. Always hard filming things in the van, but anywho, this is the Fuji GFX 100S paired with my new favorite lens, the 32-64, which is absolutely fantastic. This is definitely my go-to setup. It's definitely the larger setup. A lot of times if I don't need or I don't want to bring the bigger setup, I bring the XT4 that I'm filming on right now, paired with the 10-24 and the 55-200, which I'll show you in a second. But as far as the GFX 100S is concerned, I have the 32-64, the 23mm prime, which is fantastic, super sharp lens. A little bit heavy for a prime lens, but nevertheless, it's a good quality lens. And then this is the longer lens. This is the 100-200, which is good. It's not my favorite lens in the world. It's not incredibly sharp, and I'm not a big fan of the focal range. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not trying to bash it. It's an okay lens, but for situations where I want to get a little bit longer, this happened quite a few times when I was on my trip to Utah. That is when I will. Sorry. That is when I will break out this right here. This is the 55-200. This pairs with the XT4 that I'm filming on right now, and this gives me a full frame equivalent maximum reach of about 300mm. So this is the super long lens solution, and the XT4 is more than capable to capture the majority of the things that I'm looking to do. And as far as a wider lens goes, I have the 10-24 that I'm filming on right now, and this is another 10-24. This is actually the one that broke, but I wanted to be able to show you one for the video. It's not completely broken. It's still somewhat usable, but it's just definitely unreliable for what I need it to be. And then something new that I'm borrowing from my friends over at B&H is this. This is a not sure if that's in focus or not, a 1.4 times teleconverter. I don't use teleconverters normally, and this one seems to work pretty good. It's a little fiddly to put on, but I think that just might be user error because I'm just not used to using a teleconverter. But this, in conjunction with this short long lens, should give me some fairly good reach. It's nothing insane, but better than what it was without the teleconverter. And then last but not least, yeah, for the most part, I got this filter case. Put all my filters in here. So circular polarizers, ND filters, filters for the drone, what else? Graduated neutral density filters. It's got this cool little zipper pouch right here at the top where you can put kind of your little filter adapters and things like that, which is pretty cool. I've had quite a few filter cases over the years, and they work fantastic for the physical filters themselves. But where they seem to fall short is the larger items like the actual brackets and things like that. But this case actually has a zipper pouch on the side that holds that. zips right up, fits right in my bag. So anything related to filters, grab this gray bag, I'm good to go. Now, as far as this kind of top compartment of the bag is concerned, I do have a couple new things in here. I got a new headlamp, actually. The old the old headlamp that I had was a black diamond. It works absolutely fantastic, but it's like 5 or 6 years old. It was starting to really chew through batteries. It was pretty banged up. This one right here that I got from Petzl is actually a rechargeable battery setup, which is great, awesome for the environment, which is always a solid choice. And this is insanely bright. Let me put it up here if you can see it a little bit closer. Maybe that'll focus. But this is fantastic. I don't know exactly how many lumens it is, but it's substantially brighter than my black diamond headlamp I was using. I get a ton of questions about this Garmin inReach Mini, which, there we go, which is basically a like a GPS tracker if ever in, knock on wood, the unfortunate event where I need assistance and I need help and I'm alone and I am in a lot of trouble. I can use this to reach out to emergency services and they can locate where I'm at and come and help me. But, besides that, this is great for staying in touch with your family as well. So what's cool is if you're in a location that has no cell coverage at all, you can type out a little text message to your family just to let them know, hey, I'm okay. I don't have cell coverage, but everything is good. Talk to you tomorrow, kind of a thing. So this is great peace of mind, not only for myself, but also my family as well. And then I record the audio for these videos. One way is this. This is the Rode Wireless Go 2 wireless mics. Of course, these work well. I also use a shotgun mic, the Rode Video Mic Pro, I believe is what it's called, which I'm recording on right now. But both of those solutions work very well. I use a Pelican SD card case, which I believe everybody has one of these nowadays. And then my go-to headphones are these, the Apple AirPod Pros. And these are fantastic. Of course, small, wireless, and they're great for noise cancellation. Noise cancellation when there's those kind of repeating sounds like an airplane cabin. So these go everywhere with me and are worth their weight in gold, in my opinion. Let me get down here. I get a ton of questions about the shoes that I use as well. I've actually never mentioned shoes in a video ever before, but down here is where I keep my shoes. So I've been using these Salomon extra light Gore-Tex hiking shoes. I like these better than boots. They have a ton of grip on the bottom, and I shoot around a lot of moving water and a lot of rocks, and those rocks are almost always wet and slick. So having extremely grippy, I know that's probably not the technical term, but grippy shoes to traverse these wet rocks is of the utmost importance. And these right here, very lightweight Salomon shoes. I don't know if there's an actual name for these or not, but they work good. I think they look pretty cool as well. Olive green, which I'm a fan of olive green. Almost everything I have is olive green, but I'll put a link in the description for this if you want to check that out as well. I'm sure I'm probably forgetting something, but for the most part, that is everything that I'm bringing on this trip. And as you can probably tell, I would not bring all of this stuff if I was flying somewhere. So it's kind of the benefit of driving somewhere and having your vehicle with you. It's like a giant storage locker, which is great. So, but this is pretty much everything that I'm going to bring on the Smoky Mountain trip and pretty much any landscape photography trip that I happen to take. I'll put links in the description below if you want to take a look at anything in further detail. They'll all be affiliate links, so if you do decide to purchase any of the items, definitely supports the channel and is greatly appreciated by myself. I do hope you enjoyed this week's video, the 2022, what's in my camera bag or what's in my camera van video. Something a little bit different. I'm always trying to create as much variety on the channel as I possibly can. A little bit of on location, a little bit of a studio, kind of editing, post-processing videos, a little bit of gear sprinkled in here and there, trying to keep everybody happy, me being the people pleaser that I am, just trying to keep that variety and kind of keep things spiced up a little bit. So I do hope you enjoyed this week's video. Have any questions about anything, as always, please leave those in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to get back in touch with you as soon as possible. And as always, I really do appreciate you checking out this week's video. If you're not subscribed to the channel, if you could subscribe, definitely helps the channel perform better and is greatly appreciated by myself as well. Like the video, share it with your friends if you enjoyed it that much, and I will see you all next Wednesday. Bye.